Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Lesson 19 Exit Ticket Review. We had some really awesome looking exit tickets for Lesson 19. I picked 4 of them to share. I just wanted to make a note that there's a few who did really well. I just had a hard time trying to see them. So the little note up on the board here, please make sure you check your photos before uploading them. If some of you are missing just a little bit of your work, just got cut off in the picture, and some of us were a little bit blurry from the angle that you're in or the distance. So please check those out before submitting them. But with that said, let's go look at 4 outstanding pieces of work. So the very first one here is in Lesson 19, the problem set, and we have Viviana here. Excellent work, Viviana. She decided for both of hers to work in picture form. Okay, so notice that she labeled her work, right, which is excellent. I can see the decomposition of her model and shaded nice and lightly. Right? She even wrote up here that 12 inches equals 1 foot. So she has a total of 13 inches. So there in this model here, there's a 12 inches. And we just need one more of them. So giving us 1 whole foot and 1/12 of a foot left over. Excellent work. You can see the same goes for our work down here, that she again drew a model and wrote down her conversion. 16 ounces equals 1 pound. Right? So this entire spot here equals 1 pound. Right? And since she knows that it is 16 inches, there should really is only 2 left over. So giving us 1 whole pound and 2 out of the 16 left over. Excellent work, Viviana. Our other genius is Evan, and Evan decided to do it a little bit differently, but notice that his work still has some of the basic principles. Ooh, let's get rid of that. Still has some of the basic principles, and that principle is looking right here that there's 12 inches in 1 foot. So if he knows that there's 12 inches in 1 foot, well, 1 foot has 12 inches. How many are going to be left? Well, he needs 1 more inch. So we have 1 foot, right, and 1 out of the 12 inches left. Right? We're labeling it in feet as he did. Right? Excellent work, Evan. Same goes down here. I didn't need quite a model for this one as he did with as Viviana did, but he does have the information here that's very vital. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So if you're using 1 whole pound right there for 16 ounces, what's left over? 2 out of the 16 pounds. Again, awesome work there, Mr. Diogardi. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or even your fellow geniuses. Those fellow geniuses can really be of assistance. Now, if we go into the homework portion, we're going to start with Janay. Now, Janay did it similar to the work that Mr. H and I presented in just a standard written form, where we are looking at 20 ounces equals how many pounds? Well, what she did is she took her 20 pounds and multiplied it by the 1 pound. Well, 1 pound is really 1/16, and here we would probably say of an ounce. And there's our conversion. There's 16 ounces in a pound. So then she multiplied across 20 times 1. Our denominator hasn't changed. We're not multiplying it by anything other than just 1 itself. Right? And she then noticed that the numerator is bigger than the denominator, so she made a mix the number to give us 1 4/16. Awesome work, Janay. Okay, some of you went ahead and took 4/16 and said, oh, I know that they both have 4 in common. You can do that as well and come up with an equivalent fraction of 1/4. Even if you decided to do divided by 2 and give you 2/8 equivalent, that would work. This is really what we're looking for right here. Our last fellow genius is Nadia. She did it very similar to Janay, right, as she took and multiplied, where's my cursor? There it is, 20 times the 1 ounce. Label it here. We'll probably label this 1 ounce as well. It's 1/16. Actually, well, I should take that back. 1/16 of a pound. Right? What actually is truly correct there. My apologies, Nadia, and maybe even Janae. I've set it up there. Okay, multiply it across. Okay, 20 times 1 gives us 20. Our denominator hasn't changed there with 16. She did it as well, turned it into a mixed number. Right? Awesome work there. Again, iffy on that, not quite sure. We're practicing it today for lesson 20, just a slight variation of it. And you can feel free to reach out to me or your fellow geniuses if you have any questions. You can also ask a parent, a guardian, a grandparent, someone at home. I'm sure they can help you out as well. Thanks for joining our exit ticket review.